Hey guys, welcome again to another episode. My name is Carina Belmonte and it's a pleasure to have you all here. Today we're discussing how to have better video quality on your IG Reels, better resolution, what to do, what to stop doing so you cannot lose this resolution. Okay, so first I'm going to discuss how to set this, how to make the settings on your iPhone. I don't have an Android, so I cannot really dig deep into this. So the first thing you gotta go is go to the settings, go to camera and check which is the current setting that you have this moment. In my case, I have 4K times 30 frames per second. You can change it. I change it sometimes to 60 frames per second. Also, if you use a lot of slow motion, I recommend to have 1080 HD with 24 frames per second. I'm putting it all here because I know it must be a lot of numbers for you, so I'm putting it all here. What is good to have? Okay, so what is the bad thing of changing the settings is that it's gonna occupy more space on your iPhone, but the quality is gonna be so much better. So I totally recommend for you to do this. Something else that I recommend is that you really click on the Smart HDR. What does this mean? It means that the iPhone automatically would put in front the presence, your image, whatever you're filming, and it will put in the background, put blur in the background, what you don't want it to film. So what other thing is good for you to know? So after you selected the 4K times 30 frames per second or the 60 frames per second with 4K, depending what you want, right here again are the numbers so you don't forget. You should choose the auto light FPS. Why? Because it means that if you're going to film a reel later in the night, this will allow you to have a good juicy quality, which we all want on our reels. And of course, it's important to always have good lighting. It can be natural light or a ring light of $60. The most expensive I think is like $120, but you can start with the $60 ring light, which I totally recommend. Okay, so now that you know all the settings that I just explained how to do it with your iPhone, now if you're thinking that you want to upgrade, you want to say like, hey Karina, I wanted to start using a camera. Which one do you recommend? I have one for you. So you can use the Canon M50, which is a really simple camera to begin with. You can use it anytime. You don't really have to know a lot about cameras to use it. It's called the Canon M50 and it's 4K. It's really light and you can take it anywhere. You want to do a vlog, you want to do a reels outside, it's perfect. Another one that's a little bit more expensive, and I totally see it as someone that is for a beginner that really wants to start using cameras to do their reels, is the Sony Alpha 6300 or 6500. I totally recommend which one of these. It's perfect, and I have it all here, all the details that I will totally recommend it so you can have better quality if you want to stop using your iPhone and start using your camera, okay? So now that you know this, let's go on what is good to do and what is you should stop doing so you don't lose this resolution that we already explained with all the settings. Okay, so first of all, I recommend you doing your Reels inside the Reels app. That's it, the Instagram app, just go to Reels option and do it from there. Why? Because when you do it on another editing program, you say that some editing programs have the option of filming as well. And then you download it, you fix it all up, and then you go and put it on your IG Reels. The resolution starts going down and down every time you do this, from filming in somewhere else in another app and taking it to the IG Reels app. So it's gonna really lower the quality of your content. So that's why I recommend do it in the IG Reels app, make all the settings that you need on your iPhone and make it there. Now, I sometimes use to just like change something like very light on the Rush Premiere app. I totally recommend this. I know it's $10 a month, but really, if you want to have great quality, if you really want to have great reels, use this app, Rush Premiere. It's only $10 a month. That's it, okay? Something else that I recommend is think like an editor. What does this mean? It means before you start doing your reel, think about if you want to make transitions, think about if you want to change your clothes, so you make a transition with clothes.
think about all that before. So you're not doing it while you're filming. So you're like, okay, but what do I do now? Do I do my this transition? Do this other transition? How can I make it? And sometimes when you just do it like that, you have to download it and go to another app that edits so you can switch it up and then put it up again. Why? What does this happen? It lowers the quality. So think like an editor. Think how you want to do it before you even start your reel. You have your ideas, you know how to edit and how to edit inside the app because you already know how you're gonna make it, and that's it. So some other thing is the people that just don't use lights. So you don't use lights and it's gonna look so black and blurry, and you don't want that. If you have an iPhone, the iPhone has really good quality to film, and you can set it up as I told you. So just help yourself out with a good light, natural light, ring light, or just house lights. So this is what I recommend so you can have better video quality on your reels. So you can have better export settings. You can even use a camera. This is something that you really want to. And all these details that I gave you at the beginning of the settings, go again, check it on your iPhone, see what you can do. And if you have any questions, just let me know right here below and I'm gladly to answer. You want to connect with me through Instagram and ask me questions, right here is my links below. You really want to dig deep into personal branding. How can you use and understand your personal brand to put it on Reels? Right here below, you can set up a personal branding checkup call. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll talk later.